What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? Big story at Arrowhead this week. The NFL handed down a one-game suspension after that post-game scrap with Detroit, and Travis Kelce showed exactly what leadership looks like. No cheap shots, no spiraling into drama. Protect your teammate, show respect, and move on to the next win. That's the tone from 87, and it matters when the whole league is watching. If you're new here, this is Kansas City Chiefs Today. Daily Chiefs news, rumors, and fan commentary with zero fluff. We're pushing to 5,000 subs and your support keeps this channel cooking. So tap that button and become part of the huddle. Today we're breaking down what Kelce's reaction tells us about the locker room, what it means for Juju Smith-Schuster, and how it reshapes the chess match for Kansas City over the next few weeks. Stick around for strategy, the AFC playoff math, and where this rivalry is headed next. Let's rewind to the moment. Final whistle, Chiefs beat the Lions in prime time, emotions are hot, and then a slap to Juju's face mask lights the fuse. Helmets crowd together, tempers flare, and assistants sprint in to peel bodies apart while the TV cameras zoom in. By Monday, the league office has reviewed the tape and issued a suspension, clear message about post-game conduct and where the line is. Juju is back in red and gold and you could feel the room rally to him immediately. Andy Reid didn't sugarcoat it, Patrick Mahomes backed his guy, and the captains set the standard for how the Chiefs handle nonsense. Through it all, Kelce is the thermostat, not the thermometer. He doesn't just react to heat, he sets the temperature, flips the switch from fierce competitor to grown man leadership, and everyone else follows. That's why a simple gesture mattered. Kelce choosing sportsmanship in the aftermath, backing his teammate without fanning the flames, said more than a soundbite ever could. It's discipline without softness. It's toughness with purpose. That's the Kansas City difference that separates champions from content creators. Let's zoom in on impact, starting with Juju. Anytime a receiver takes a shot after the whistle, you evaluate the full stack: vision after contact, confidence at the catch point, and trust at the top of routes. The medical checks are routine, but the psychology is real. For a timing-based wideout like Juju, hesitation shows up as slower stems, rounded breaks, or late hands in traffic, none of which we saw in practice looks or early week walkthroughs reported out of the facility. The second layer is how this changes the way defenses treat Kelce. Opponents already bracket him on money downs with inside-out leverage or cone doubles in the red zone. When the narrative becomes "protect your guy," defenses often try to bait. They tug jerseys after whistles, they talk, they test your poise. Kelce's response shuts that down pre-snap. When 87 keeps his cool and keeps stacking first downs, coordinators stop wasting energy trying to get a reaction and go back to trying to cover him, which is a losing game most weeks. Third, the offensive tree expands when Juju is steady. Put him in the slot with Kelce on a short split, and you unlock Kansas City's favorite stress package: dagger on one side, choice on the other, with a back check releasing to punish soft boxes. If teams play too high to cap explosives, Mahomes lives in the middle of the field, where Juju's box-out frames and Kelce's option mastery turn 8-yard throws into chain-moving drives. If defenses spin late to single high, the Chiefs hit deep overs and post wheels off play action and make them pay for guessing. Fourth, there's the culture ripple. The Chiefs used to get pulled into muck games where flags and jawing piled up in the second half. Championship Kansas City doesn't do that. They finish blocks, they show hands, and they talk with the scoreboard. Kelce setting the example, play through the echo of the whistle, not after it, rewires the whole sideline. That's fewer 15-yard gifts for the other team and more third and manageable for Mahomes. Finally, this moment trims distractions in a crucial stretch. October and November are habit months. You don't win rings now, but you hardwire the details that decide seeding later. The punishment dropped, the leaders responded, and the focus pivoted to film and fundamentals by Wednesday. That's exactly how an elite operation digests chaos and turns it into fuel. You come here for chalk talk, so let's talk adjustments you'll actually see on tape. I expect tempo on opening scripts, quick huddle breaks, fast alignments, and early motion, to keep the game about football and not extracurriculars. When you snap the ball on rhythm, defenders communicate instead of chirp. That's Andy Reid and Matt Nagy lowering the ambient temperature by design. Look for more bunch and stack releases with Juju tucked inside Kelce. Those looks create traffic within the 5-yard legal window and punish DBs who want to mash at the top of routes. If a defense over-brackets Kelce on pivot and stick, Juju will uncover on the return route or the out and up, and Mahomes hits it on time. Once that shows on film, watch the Chiefs tag a wheel by the back or a skinny post from the opposite hash to punish late rotations. I also like a heavier dose of 12 personnel with Noah Gray. Give Mahomes 2 tight ends for protection looks that morph into route threats, then let him kill into duo or inside zone when the box counts as run. When safeties creep, play-action glance to Juju becomes the layup. It's less hero ball, more lever spacer seam, classic Reid principles with a modern twist. On third down, expect the Chiefs to chase matchups, not just landmarks. If teams put a bigger safety on Kelce to beat on him, Kansas City will motion him across the formation to force trailing leverage and then snap on the move. If corners try to sit on Juju's short game, the double move package comes out. Sluggo, whip go, and the old school blaze out. The ball will find the guy who stays poised and finishes plays. Precisely the lesson this week reinforced. Defensively, Steve Spagnuolo will emphasize clean edges and rally tackling, because post-incident crews tend to call it tight early. Corners will show hands and squeeze to the hip pocket. Linebackers will strike inside the frame and finish through the thigh board, not high. Complementary football starts with field position and poise. And a calmer game favors the better quarterback, which is still number 15 by a mile. Let's be honest, the national shows can't resist a Chiefs headline. But what actually resonated this week wasn't the outrage. It was the leadership. Kelce didn't hunt a microphone. The image of him choosing respect, then turning the page, told the story. Chiefs fans picked up on it right away. The watch parties, the comment sections, the calls into local radio, the theme was identical. Protect the brotherhood, don't feed the fine machine, and keep stacking wins. Inside the city, that stuff matters. Kansas City is blue-collar football with world-class flair. Fans love the swagger, but they respect the discipline that shows up in January when margins are razor thin. That's why the Kingdom trusts this locker room. You won't see subtweets or anonymous sniping. You'll see wideouts catching extra balls on the jugs machine, Kelce walking rookies through option route rules on the sideline, and Mahomes reminding everyone that the scoreboard is the only clapback that matters. Big picture, this moment nudges the AFC chessboard. Teams that think they can bully Kansas City just got a reminder that composure is a weapon. The Chiefs already live rent-free in plenty of rival headspace. Now they also hold the moral high ground after handling the fallout like pros. In seeding terms, every tiebreaker trace, conference record, common opponents, point differential, gets a little boost when you clean up hidden yardage like dead ball fouls and retaliation flags. Zoom out one more step and look at the rivals on our path. The usual suspects who want the 1 seed and the Arrowhead roadblock. They're watching how Kansas City handles adversity because it telegraphs how you'll handle January chaos. The team that keeps its head when everything heats up is the team that gets the late flag picked up and the critical third down conversion when it matters. And there's a budding cross-conference edge with Detroit that the league clearly enjoys in prime time. File it away for the schedule makers. January rewards teams that master the small things. Kansas City did that this week. In the game, after the game, and back in the lab on Monday. So where does that leave us heading into the next one? Number 1, Juju's role stays central on money downs. He's the safety blanket who turns 3rd and 6 into 1st and goal when Kelce draws the double. Number 2, Kelce's example just wrote the week's theme. Controlled aggression, not controlled by emotions. And number 3, the Chiefs' identity, fast, creative, disciplined, is intact. The punishment landed, the message was clear, and the Kingdom responded with class. If you're watching and thinking, this team feels different, you're not wrong. The young guys are learning leadership in real time from future Hall of Famers. The veterans are playing chess, not checkers. And the coaching staff is solving problems before they become problems. That's the formula we've ridden down Grand Boulevard, and it travels deep into winter just fine. Alright, Chiefs Kingdom, breathe it in. The standard is the standard, and Kelce just showed it again without spiking a mic or a ball. We'll be here every day with the latest from Arrowhead and beyond, breaking it down like you're at the whiteboard with the staff. If you got value today, share this with another diehard and help us grow the community. Drop your takes in the comments and join the road to 5,000 subs here on Kansas City Chiefs Today.